Today we'll be reacting to Kelly Clarkson performing Human by Rag & Bone Man. But before we start, this is a reaction video, it's a commentary video, so I'm gonna pause and provide some commentary along the way, but I'll of course link the full performance below so that you can check it out without me disturbing you. But you clicked reaction, so here we are.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying.
So maybe I'm lying. That's so deep. Have I heard her sing this in this part of her register before, this much, you know? I know she's probably dipped down there, but I don't think I've heard her sing there, you know? You know, I love a good low note, and I love hearing singers developing their lower register, but I know that I shouldn't be talking about this because Kelly could have been playing there before, you know, but I have done over 30 karaoke reactions, and I think this is like the lowest baseline I've heard her hold, you know? I might be wrong. I over 30, so I don't remember every single one immediately, you know?
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying.
Yes.
But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me.
Yes.
Don't put your blame.
Here she instead of going down, don't put the blame on me, she does put the blame on me. And that's a smart choice because I'm guessing she's gonna go higher because that's the way the original goes, right? They go up an octave eventually. So anyway, it's just smart, you know, to conserve her voice too, because if I don't know how she films this, if this is like at the very beginning of the show or when, you know, they tape this, but when you're talking and being like, yay, excited, woo, up here all the time, it can be hard to find the connection in your lower register if you're to sing after having, you know, been all cheery and talking up here, you know, or more so up here, you know. We know she can get excited. But anyway, at some parts she chooses not to go to follow the melody down and instead does alternate notes to not go down there, but it still fits, you know, it's harmonically and everything.
But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me.
Blame on me instead of blame on me. There you go.
Take a look in the mirror. What do you see? Do you see clearer, or are you deceived?
I'm loving this. I love hearing her in her lower register. I can't even speak. I love hearing her on those low notes. Ba 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 ba. She still got tone there. There's still beautiful connection and everything. She doesn't have to go super breathy, you know, because when you go lower, it's easier if you put a little breath on there, you know, instead of with air on it. It's easier than trying to force that chest down there, you know. But she is in her chest voice here, and her tone is very clear, and it's brilliant.
Take a look in the mirror.
Take a look.
What do you see? Do you see clearer, or are you deceived?
Yes, Jacko.
What you believe. 'Cause I'm only human.
There it is.
After all, you're only human. After all, don't put your blame on me.
Beautiful mix she had there before the head note. I was saying beautiful mix she sang that in. That's really nice because, yeah, yes. Don't put the blame on me. So instead of going, don't, she goes, don't put the. So that's a mix, you know, it's not fully chest, it's not fully head. She mixes beautifully. Love it.
Some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think that I can solve.
With the distortion?
Lord help us above. I'm only human, I'm made to stay. I'm only human, that's all it takes to put you
Yes. Yes. All right. I'm just grooving in my chair. She is so controlled in her upper register, and keep in mind that now we went from a much lower place than usual and up to those notes. Like, Kelly's showing range. I love it. And the way she mixes, the way, like, she makes her high belt sound so chesty, you know, so full. But notice how she doesn't like, she's not screaming to get that out. Holding back, you know. That's what it's about too, you know. Because with singing is, you know, allowing that air flow through your vibrating vocal folds, through your larynx, you know. It's a part of your breath. But with singing, what you're actually doing is actually you're portioning out that breath. So you're actually holding back, you know. And if you're belting and trying to just scream, you're using that air immediately, and also you're losing control because the pressure on your vocal folds, it's too much. But when it's controlled and you control your volume, use your technique instead of trying to shout your way up there, you know, this is the result. Or it is if you're Kelly Clarkson, you know, she's amazing. She's in a league of her own. But but if you're trying to belt like that, my first tip for you would just be, don't try to go super loud. Try to hold back more. And back to that point about the breathing, yeah, singing is holding back that air and portioning it out, you know? So usually when you breathe in, your diaphragm moves down, you know? You can feel it move down in your body. And immediately when you exhale, that pops back up again. And that's what it wants to do. But when you're singing, you're sort of having to hold your diaphragm down and to portion out the air to get, you know, control that airflow. And that's really important, especially in belting, because it's so easy to use too much air, to get too much pressure on those vocal folds. And, you know, it can hurt even, or you can just sound not great. and you also run out of breath. You don't get the stamina that Kelly Clarkson shows here, where she can just belt, go higher, you know, because she doesn't shout it. She doesn't use up all that air and put all that pressure on her vocal folds. I never know whether to say vocal cords or vocal folds, so I say vocal colds, vocal folds, you know. Love it how she adds that distortion too. Yes, that grit. That glissandos are good. Did you hear that dark tone she had on that? Oh, but it's like she had that darkness to her tone. Did you hear it? Hear it. That's so good.
I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
That was better with it. I know already that you're gonna recommend this performance like crazy, but I haven't received a recommendation yet, so I beat you to it. But by the time this goes up, I'm sure you're gonna have recommended this because it's amazing. I love seeing this mode of Kelly, you know, with the belts and the distortion and the rock mode, you know, so powerful. But keep in mind, powerful doesn't have to be louder. You have to trick people with that belt technique to make it sound loud. And it is loud, but it's not forced. That's what I mean. You don't have to go for the volume because the belt does that for you. That's the power, the frequencies in the belt and all that. The way your placement, the placement of your mouth and the way you do your belt can really make the change in how the belt sound. Obviously, that's what singing technique is for. But what I mean, if you're trying to do a little head tilt, elongate that vocal tract to get maximum, you know, think of it like as sort of a trumpet. So if you elongate that contract, you get a bigger sound, if that makes sense. Because it resonates more without you forcing more air out and pushing more volume. I don't know if that makes sense, but also the opening of the mouth, opening of the trumpet at the end makes those higher frequencies shine and all that. It's a whole science. We're not going to get into it now. But if you're still watching, thank you so much for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. Leave a star in the comments so that I can see it and say hi or whatever. You know, I appreciate your comments so much. It really helps me out. So thank you. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.